Hey, this is Sasha, and thanks for joining me here for another episode on Backstage Income, where I share with you how to build and grow a profitable business. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at the costs associated with building an email list. So stay tuned. Okay, so I think it's important that you really understand that an email list is vital to an online business because it's the one form of communication that you can directly connect with your audience, your customers, your people that are really interested in you. Social media these days is great, and a lot of people are on it, even social platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. But unfortunately, if you need to reach your audience and customers, you can't reach them directly. Email is something that people check at least a couple times a week, and ultimately you'll get their attention if you send a catchy enough email. So that's the thing, email is just not going away. People use email for logins, login details to these social media platforms, so it's not going anywhere soon. How effective is it? You know, maybe it's getting a little less effective with all the other social media platforms out there, but it's still very, very important and necessary if you're running an online business. And there are costs associated with running an email campaign or email automations, and even just hosting a list, because you can't just go ahead and send out 5,000 emails from your personal Gmail account and expect that your emails will get through. Not only that, you don't really know who opens them, what links are being clicked, and how to better target and adjust them. And that's what you can do with these email companies. Now, here, we're gonna take a look at a couple of companies. Here is a couple of the popular ones, and many of these actually I am a referral for and an affiliate for. So I'll share with you currently these three that I have, which is MailerLite, Aweber, and ConvertKit. The one I'm currently using is MailerLite. I went ahead and used Aweber before, and I've tested ConvertKit, but why don't I use ConvertKit? Well, simple reason is for our stock channel and a lot of the stock market things that I do with my other building a personal finances online, investing money online. They don't like finance and personal investing related companies. So I guess they just don't like the money side of those kinds of companies. So anyway, so I wasn't able to get that part of my business approved. So that's why I don't really use them. Whereas MailerLite, what they do is they actually look into, hey, what was your send rate before? Who'd you use before? How is it doing? Let's take a look. Let's look at the first few emails. Is it really a good quality email list? And that's what MailerLite and Aweber does as well. So in either case, what I want to share with you is kind of the pricing. And one of the things I like about MailerLite, especially if you're just brand new and getting started, is that first 1,000 people, if you're going on a monthly basis, is free. Now, yes, it has the logo. Yes, it has, a couple features maybe that you can't really access, but it's still a very viable platform with some automations that, you can get, and it's free up to the first 1,000. And the reason for that is, hey, if you get used to their platform, if you go ahead and use it time and time again, you probably want to stick around with it, because once you get into 5,000, well, it's only about $30 or so. If you're paying monthly, annually, $252. So let's compare some of these when you look at Aweber, which I've used for years, and I loved Aweber. The thing I didn't like is once automation started to take place, and there was Ontraport, and there's just Infusionsoft. There's a lot of these now full-fledged automation systems, but now I find you can do a lot of that with these email companies. So this was lacking a lot of the automation features with the diagrams, which you can really get with MailerLite and ConvertKit. But still, Aweber is a fantastic company. The send rate, as far as who opens your emails, is still very high. And that's one of the more important things. So don't choose it just based on price. Look at, hey, how many people can actually get your email and open it? And with Aweber, their servers are top notch. And for that reason, they start you off at $19 for the first 500 subscribers. So if you go ahead and start looking more, hey, about 2,500 subscribers, you're looking at about $29 or so. And when you're looking at ConvertKit here, who's a new player, which got really, really popular, and I really don't enjoy or like companies that grow too far too fast. And the reason for that is because everybody goes there, and then the servers get slow and bogged down. So that's kind of another reason why I didn't really jump on the wagon. I tried it at first, but about a couple months later, after I tried them and I didn't get approved, I said, hey, in fact, this worked out to be a good thing. Now here they start you off $29 a month as well. So if you can look, Aweber's $19 lacks a little bit of automation. Still, they have automation. They do have some cool features with some basic automations, and you can probably see some of the new features here that they have. Web fonts, awesome integration. So they do have some basic automations. It's not as good, I find, as ConvertKit or MailerLite, but it's still fantastic to get you started. And ConvertKit's probably the more expensive one. And they can do that because, hey, it's one of the newer players, number one. Number two, a lot of people jumped into them, and people promote them a lot because it's an affiliate program, right? You can make money by promoting them, becoming an affiliate, and that's why they get pumped up and hyped a lot, and it allows them to charge higher prices. So it's easy to use and those kinds of things. Anyways, so if you're just brand new, just starting out, hey, going to, let's try 50,000 subscribers right here. If we look at our annual cost for 50,000, you're looking at about $1,764 with MailerLite. If we look at Aweber, they don't really even show it because it's about another $120 or so per 10,000. So let's go back to 25,000. So here we got 25,000 subscribers. You're looking at about $1,000. Aweber about $150 a month. Okay, so if you pull out a calculator here for you, let me go ahead and pull that out. So you got about $150 a month times 12 months, plus there's a discount if you prepay annually, but you're looking at about $1,800 or so. And then let's look at ConvertKit over 5,000. Let's calculate. Let's do 50,000. And it's going to give you about $379 a month, which if you take a look at that times 12, you know, about $4,548. And if you go annually, $316. So it's still quite a lot. So 316 times 12 months, you know, you're looking at $3,792. So compare that to, you know, $1,000 times paying 3 to 4 times as much. Is it worth it? You know, hey, you got to be the judge in your business and your tools. I just want you to be aware of the costs and the prices when it comes to building an email list. It is a little more expensive. On social media, it's free. You can connect to your audience. You can go ahead and submit something on YouTube and say, hey, well, it's published. I don't have to deal with this $3,000 or $4,000 expense. And that might be attractive to you. But remember, if you can go ahead and throughout that year, connect to 3 or 4 customers that buy your product directly, is that $1,000 to $2,000 money well spent? Can you make that back? And that's the thing you have to think about and figure out as you're looking at what's the cost of email marketing. Not only that, but as far as your training goes, as far as learning the system, as far as setting it all up, as far as training your employees and integrating all those things, it takes time. You got to create the pop-ups. You got to create all the links to click on and build the email list and manage it and send out the emails. So there's a lot more time and energy involved, but beyond that, there's also those costs, $1,000 to $2,000 or $2,000 to $4,000 if you're at a higher end list. If you're, of course, just getting started, yeah, hey, it's great to just kind of have a free list, and you know, you pay $20, $30 a month, and it's not too bad. But as you continue to scale up, ramp up, you have to be careful with the costs and see if it's worth your time and energy. And if you got 50,000 subscribers, if out of those 50,000, let's say, and I'm gonna go with a small number, let's go 25,000. If out of 25,000 subscribers, you only get a 1% conversion, just 250 people, and they buy, let's say, your $15 book or product, you're making it back. You're making back $3,750. So that's just one thing. So think about that. You can continue to send offers time and time again. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. Hope this made sense, gave you some insights of some of the costs associated with email marketing. You know, as far as for us, we use the MailerLite platform for now. I've used the Aweber platform for a long period of time as well. And there was another one. If we go ahead and let's see, MailerLite, we go ahead and search. Who was the other platform to review? Automation email marketing. There was ActiveCampaign, which also ironically didn't want me in their system because with stock trading and investing, they didn't like that kind of stuff, even though some people in my industry already used it, which was ironic. Anyway, so thanks for joining me. In the end, remember, do what you love, contribute to other people, but most importantly, live life abundantly. Don't forget to hit subscribe here on my YouTube channel, or join the newsletter list by clicking the link right over here. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.